Good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to try out a very famous Bengali recipe on the request of one of my subscribers or Dr. Barooah, who had requested me for a special rasgulla recipe. So this rasgulla thing is a very common thing for us because as when we grew up as kids, rasgulla was one of the few sweets available. So I'm trying out my version of what my mom had taught me when I was small, and after a long time I hope it comes out well. So as you can see here, I have already taken some milk which has been heated. So it's a full fat milk. You can see the fat here, right? So it's 2 liters of milk. I'm trying to do 2 recipes for you. One is with the jaggery, the rasgullas with the jaggery, the brown colored yummy recipe, and one more with the sugar. Therefore I've taken 2 liters of milk. Now if you want to half it, you can always go for 1 liter. I do not want the milk to boil up too much because it's already boiled up. So I've reduced the heat and let me check. Yes, the milk is all right. I do not want it any more heated. For every liter of milk, we will have to put in 1 and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. But here I have 2 liters of milk. So I'm putting down 2 tablespoons of vinegar and giving it a nice mix like this. So soon the milk will curdle and I'll have the chenna ready for my rasgullas. So I'll like this. It will take 2-3 minutes and they will curdle. So you can see the chenna is ready and now I'm going to strain it. I have taken a strainer like this and then on the top I have put a very thin muslin cloth. You can take any cotton cloth. Now what I need to do is that pour this on the strainer with the cloth. So after straining it out like this, now I just need to take it up. It's very hot in a way, and squeeze out the excess water that's there. Okay, firstly, and then wash this particular, the amount of chenna that I have, so that I do not have any any tanginess associated with it in my rasgullas. So I'll put normal water like this and wash it. That will remove any sort of tanginess. I had tried it out with some lemon juice also, but I guess this is better if you use the vinegar. Now you squeeze out all the water that's there, excess water that will be there, and let it hang at least for an hour. You check out after half an hour, it's alright if it's all the water's gone, but I guess it'll need almost 1 hour to get it fully out of water. There should be no water remaining. Okay, you can do one thing. You can just keep it like this and press with something hard on the top and keep it like this so that all the water is gone. So I'm keeping it like this with a very hard element on top, or in fact with a weight on top, and we'll wait for another almost an hour, and then we'll have our chenna ready. While my paneer or the chenna is getting the weight on it, now I'm going to show you what are the other ingredients, the basic ingredients that are needed. I'm trying to make 2 types of rasgullas, as I said earlier. One is with the jaggery and one with the sugar. So for the sugar, I need the white ones that I'm talking about. I need 2 cups of sugar and almost 1.5 liters of water. And apart from that, I will need 2 teaspoons of semolina or suji and 2 teaspoons of the corn flour, and of course a few strands of this is the kesar there, and jaggery is exactly the same amount of jaggery that I need. So let me first wait for the chenna to get all the water out, and then we go and try out our yummy rasgullas. So this has been going on like this, giving away the waters almost for 1 hour or so. See, water's gone off, I guess, all of the water, and it's coming off very nicely. So we are actually I think 200 grams of more of chenna there. Just take out the excess there that's sticking onto the cloth. And now one thing comes on, a lot of patience from your part. Now how do you do that? you really need to knead it very well. Now the kneading is important, you know. You need to knead in such a manner that you get proper kneaded smooth material or smooth ingredient for your rasgullas. For that, in between, what we will do is that we'll put in the suji or semolina as well as the corn flour. You can always replace the corn flour with any other binding element. Something like the maida will also help if you do not have the corn flour at home. Now, call of patience there. Almost 9-10 minutes you have to knead, sometimes even 15 minutes, so much so that everything is a smooth mixture that you have. You can see there, so it's not sticking onto my hands there, on the palms of my hand. So this is how the kneading goes on for some time. So this has been almost 3-4 minutes now. I still need to knead more if I want soft and yummy rasgullas and not very hard ones. So like this for another 4-5 minutes. See, all of them have gathered into a nice beautiful ball there, right? Ready to be made into rasgullas. So what I'll do now is that I'll just divide into 2 portions there. A lesser for the jaggery one, because I want my the ones with the sugar more. So just skip it like this. Now let me go and check out on the sugar syrup that has to be made. So without switching on the gas, I'm putting in the first cup and the second cup there of the sugar. Right, remove any impurities that might be there, and then just stir in 1 cardamom and drop in 1.5 liters of water. Now one thing, the rasgullas need to be soaked completely in water, right? So we need a lot of water. So 1.5. I think that's done. Now switch on the gas and stir on for some time till all the water dissolves. In between, I'll just go and check on whether I can make the rasgullas now. This will take around 3-4 minutes, right? So let's now go and prepare the rasgullas. So we'll take small portions, make around there, and in some of them I've just put little bit of kesar there and just put them together and into a round ball there. Try not to have cracks there, and it's very important that you immediately make them. Okay, this way I'll repeat for all of them to make all the rasgullas. So I divided it in a manner that we have 14 balls for the sugar and we have 7 balls for the jaggery. Now we'll move over and prepare the syrup even for the jaggery. As you can see, the syrup is almost made, yes. Let it boil now. And now I have another pan here. In this pan, I'll just put a jaggery here, almost a cup of jaggery, right? I just want half the amount, so almost a liter of water there. That much as is needed to soak my rasgullas. Let me switch it on there and let this melt there. While this is melting, I'll now work here and throw in the balls there, the rasgulla balls there, and we'll cover and cook for some time, almost 10 minutes. So we'll just drop in the balls. Right, now we'll just cover. Now we need to remember, however, we are not touching it. Let it cook in the syrup, okay, and let it cook on its own. We'll just cover and keep it for almost 15 minutes. As you can see, all the jaggery is melted, but there might be some impurities. So we'll do a very practical solution there. Now I just strain the jaggery into another pot through a strainer. So any impurities that might be there will be on the top. So you can see there's so much of impurities there. which would have eaten otherwise. So now this will again go back to the pan. We are dropping it again back into the pan. Pure now. Right. Now let it boil, and then we will put in the remaining 7 of the rasgullas. Now that's boiling. I'll put in my rasgullas. Just like we had done it for the sugar syrup. So hopefully they'll be red and brown, brown there with the jaggery there. That will be there for covered for another 15 minutes. Now this has gone on for 10 minutes. Wow, look at the sizes. Perfectly round and big ones. I think I should have made them smaller, right? So just turn them over once, very lightly. And they're almost on the top. We'll wait for some more minutes and then we'll check, give it a check there. Now check on, wow, they look beautiful, don't they? After 15 minutes. We hadn't even touched them. So I just wanted to tell you, whenever you make the balls for the rasgullas, make them very small, because they're going to double in their sizes. As you can see here, they've doubled in the size. Similarly here also, they have doubled in the size. Alright, so they're almost done. This is almost for 15 minutes. We'll just wait for some more times. Both of them have, I think, yeah, almost 15 minutes, just a little more. So we'll just wait for some more time and they're almost done there. So rasgullas to be completely done, and then I think they are ready to be served and covered. So as you can see, they are completely boiling and they are all puffed up beautifully. These are the ones with the sugar syrup, and here with the jaggery, right? So I think it's time I take them out and serve them. So those are my rasgullas for you, one in the sugar syrup and one in the jaggery. Let's check out how they are, right? Okay, look at that, so beautiful inside and worth a try. All right, let's talk about this one now. All right, let me choose a bigger one there. Okay, and check out, see, beautifully done, very, very spongy and ready to be eaten. I hope you like this recipe of mine. It needed a lot of patience on my part. It'll need yours too. But the result is yummy, yummalicious, what we call that, right? So it took around, see, when we are talking about boiling it in the syrup, it took around 25 minutes. 15 minutes covered and another 10 minutes uncovered. And then we have this result. Do give a like and a thumbs up, and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching.